Hey, this is Deborah. And obviously I'm doing something a little different today. So over my shoulder is the Great Divide. And that is my view out my living room or off my deck today because it's about 80 degrees. So thankfully, a week ago today, there was about 16 inches of snow. So never a dull moment. And believe me when I tell you that every single state uses this, oh, but it's not like the weather here. The reason I'm doing this video blog, if you will, is because I was thinking about motivation, and one of my mentors posted something about motivation and finding out what really motivates you, because if you don't have that, you may think you've got a purpose or you may have a job, but if you're not motivated, you may just be essentially clocking in, clocking out. Now, most of us in the fitness industry really don't clock in and clock out, right? It's really early in the morning to really late at night, but you can still identify, I think, with the fact that maybe you're not giving 100% of your effort or the 110% that you know you're capable of. So motivation is really important, and I want to talk to you about it because today I was out on a bike ride. Right now I'm living in Boulder, Colorado, so evidenced by the scenery. Beautiful. And I'm signed up for an endurance event in less than 3 months. When I signed up for this almost a year ago now, I had no idea that I'd actually be living here. I have relatives in Boulder, and I thought I'd come and stay the week and do the event and go home. But since then, my life has changed dramatically in every direction that you can think of. And what I realized is the last 3 times that I've trained for an Ironman distance, I was highly motivated. But I had that motivation running throughout my life. Some of you can identify. So when you're working really hard and you really love what you're doing, you're also playing really hard. And you love your time off and you love what you're doing there. But right now, I'm kind of at a loss. So all the things that I loved about my job for the last 6.5 years really aren't there right now. So I'm working for myself, and so I'm forced to actually find that motivation, find what I like. And what I realized today is, I should have gone for a much longer bike ride than I did, but I just kind of called it a day. I was like, I'm just done. I'm just okay with this. I'm not motivated. Nothing was wrong. Nothing hurt. I wasn't too tired. I had plenty of food, plenty of liquid, and I just didn't want to do it. I was just okay with stopping. So don't have the motivation right now that I really need in order to push beyond the limits. And I know it's in me. It's just not in me right now. And what I realized is this, that the motivation that I loved and need in order to get through something like this also has to be in my work life. I am probably the anomaly, but I loved pressure. I loved a quota. And when somebody said, let's shoot for this quota this year, let's add 10% to last year, I said, no, give me 15. We're going to do that. I wanted more. So if somebody said, try this, it's going to be hard, I said, okay, I can do it, and I'm going to do a little bit more. That's just what motivates me. And then, within that, we're not talking about just making money, right? We're talking about fitness. I knew I had the right team. I knew I had people with great hearts who really want to deliver something of quality and make a difference in other people's lives. I knew they were smart. So I had the right product and the right service. We had the right facilities, and I knew we could do it. So all of that was motivating to see other people do really well within my team, to see them help other people in our community, and then to have the dollars make sense and reach the goal for the business at large. So all of that motivates me. Knowing that, and having never really said that out loud or even said it internally to myself, I'm in a much better place this afternoon than I was this morning, because I don't have a boss saying that to me right now. What I have is, a rent that's probably a little more out of reach. This is not free, by the way. But I need to apply some pressure to myself, and I haven't been doing it. I've been giving myself some padding and kind of letting myself take where the universe is going to take me, and so unlike me. But sometimes I think you have to do that too. But now it's time to get back to what motivates me. So what I encourage you to do, if you're working in a position right now, and maybe it's not fitness right now, but you want it to be, or you're working for somebody else and eventually you'd really like to be much more in control of your own time. It's one of the human traits we all have. We want to be in charge or in control of our own destiny. So it makes sense. Your boss is not surprised by that. And they hire quality people because they know you're ambitious. So it's going to be expected. But if that's you, you know there's something else beyond. If you're comfortable right now, there's no pressure on you. You've got to figure out what's going to really motivate you to dial up and change what you're doing. If you don't have to earn more because you're just the second income in your house, if you don't have to reach a certain quota because you're not going to get fired if you don't, figure out what it will be for you. That at the end of the day, at the end of the week, every month, and next year, when you look back, you're going to be pleased with the kind of progress that you've made and the kind of person that you've grown into. So I encourage you, when you shut this video off, that you download the PDF. So open it up and look at it and just answer those questions. So most of us are motivated ultimately by spending time with our family, people we love, and enabling them to do things that they want to, giving them opportunities, and doing the things that we ourselves love. So I know that's true of me. I know I wanted to run, I wanted to reach quota because I loved my career, loved what I was doing. I love sales. I love marketing. I love teaching it. I love coming up with creative programs and then packaging it up in ways that people will buy it. That kind of turns me on in the morning. So when I wake up, that's what I want to do, is look at creating more things to motivate either trainers who I was hiring, training, and evaluating, or the people that they work for, so we could do more. I know that motivates me. You need to find out what that is in work for you, but get your why down. What kind of activities do you like? What do you see yourself doing with your family? Do you want to spend time with them traveling? Spend time with them at home? Do you want to have a better home for your family? Do you want to take big trips? Do you want to go to Hawaii, to Disneyland? Do you want to go to the beach and see yourself doing it? Do you want to be picking up shells on the beach with a toddler and have those images and those memories forever? What is it that motivates you ultimately to get up in the morning and do it 110%? Not just do it, not just go, but to go and see the bigger picture for you. That will recharge your batteries every day and hopefully leave you less likely to be at risk for burnout. So that's a big word. We've talked about it a lot, probably over-talked it in the personal training industry. A lot of times our burnout comes from not feeling a sense of purpose, not necessarily from working too hard, actually from working too little. You know, we tend to do a few sessions in the morning, maybe do a couple in the early afternoon, and then wait around and have to do a couple more at night. That's not exactly the ideal schedule, right? So yeah, the luxury is you can, you know, have a lot of free time during the day to run your errands, or you can get your workout in, but that's really not the way most of us would choose to work. We could condense it and then be done and not have that hanging over our heads that we have to go back to work or still be on. That's probably more ideal. So if that's you, just know it. Or if you like that broken up day, great. Know that. Put that down as part of your motivation. So I encourage you to do those two things. So there's two things in there. The ultimate reason you do what you do and you want to go to the next level or step up with your percentage of effort, your family, your loved ones, doing the things you love to do. Write those things down. See them. What are they? Literally in your head. And then what will help you do that? What will help you buy the bigger house? Ultimately, it's probably going to be money, right, that you need to earn more of or be leveraging your time better. But ultimately, we're probably all going to have to sell something. We're going to have to sell services or products, books, videos, programs, something so that you can earn more money, not just one-on-one exchanging dollars for an hour, but exchanging it maybe while you're sleeping. Create a program that sells itself online. What is it that you'll be more motivated to do that's in the back of your head that I think I can do this, but I'm comfortable now, so I don't have to take that extra time because I'd rather play. And you know, you've got to at some point not do those things that motivate you right now for instant, immediate gratification. Put them off and really take yourself to do the work that will allow you to do them more frequently, more consistently, and probably on a higher level than you'd ever imagined. So as soon as you shut this off, go to the PDF. And there's one more thing you need to do. Look again tomorrow, because the next video that I'm going to put up is equally important.